Oh no, he's talking about osmanthus wine again. Hey, what's up? It's Maxie. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm really, really low energy right now. So I don't feel like dealing with Stygian or Memory of Chaos or Spiral Abyss right now. So the time has come. We're gonna do the account tour of Genshin Impact. And if you like this one, this video, I'll do the account tour for HSR, which is gonna be a lot shorter. We're gonna try and do this in 45 minutes or less, and we're gonna see how it goes. So first things first, we're gonna get the elephant in the room out of the way. I did one cheeky pull after losing the 50-50 to Tinari and complained about it on my community wall, and wouldn't it figure that she showed up. So, hi, Inefa. She's like level 2 organically because I was building friendship with her. She has relics. She has artifacts, and I need to take some time and farm rocks to craft her weapon because I don't have the weapon. I'm not going on the pulling on the weapon banner this time around because I want to be able to at least try for Varka. But okay, so we're gonna start with the obvious thing in the room. I have been playing Genshin Impact for a very long time. In fact, you can tell how long you've been playing the game just by looking at Amber, Kaya, and Lisa. So, I've been playing since 1.0. Uh, Amber, I got her on October 17th, 2020. I started a little while after a friend of mine. His name is Gamers Behaving Badly. And he streamed this, and I thought the game looked really cool because I had just finished The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like give or take. So I was into it, and I like games where you just wander around the open world and collect things. So I got into it, and even though he no longer plays, and most of the people that I used to play with no longer play, here we are, almost 6 years later, and I gotta see how it ends, babe. I gotta see. So, first things first, I'm going to show you my avatars first, I think, because I think that's the closest thing in the menu I can show you. Mona was my first 5-star character, so she's the one that's always going to be up there. She will stay there forever because, I don't know, she was the reason why I wanted to play the game in the first place because I saw her and like Gamer showed me one of her trailers or something, and I just thought she looked really cool with her celestial theme and her witch theme because I love stuff like that. If you looked at my artwork, you see that space is very near and dear to my heart. But I got her in my very first 10 pull. It was not on the beginner banner. It was on the regular banner, and she and Sucrose were just like, "Hey girl, hey." And I was just like, "All right, cool. Hey, what's up?" And she's been a favorite ever since. Other than that, I don't think I have any special avatars, like extra special avatars, because I've never bought the battle pass beyond the $10 one, like the sheep seats one. So I think the Duolingo one is the only special one I have, and I think it's cute because it's Paimon with a little sleepy mask of the Duo Owl that gets angry if you don't do a lesson. It comes to your house in the middle of the night and vandalizes your kitchen while you're asleep. um, I'm okay with it. I don't have any avatar frames because I'm pretty sure you have to do Milliastro Wonderland or something, or maybe you have to. I don't know what Valiant Chronicles are. I don't care if you have to do Milliastro Wonderland because I'm pretty sure I talked negatively about that in the last video. But who cares about avatars when you can have name cards? Now here's all of the name cards in my possession. All right. I don't have every character at max friendship because I kind of just max my favorites and leave the teapot to take care of the ones that I care about less. Sorry guys, I am playing favorites. But I don't have any of the special battle pass ones. I'm missing one of the Natlin exploration ones just because it's freaking Natlin and I don't want to go back there. Exploring Natlin hurts my soul. It's awful. I don't want to do it. But I think here's the most recent ones that I've gotten. Escaffier, Aoife. There's one of the Natlin ones. I think that's the summer event one. There's Flynn's, Ino, Nefer, Durin. and this is the Duolingo one again because they had Tanari and Sino for their mascots for some reason. I guess it's because they're scholars and the academia and all that stuff. But that's the only special one I have. I don't have the one from the Saurian event that where you had to have Mavuika in order to clear. 'Cause I didn't want Mavuika. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, so you saw how well that went. But if we check out my showcase, you can see my favorite name cards. So here's all of my favorite characters. You can look them up on Enkanomiya. Like you can see my UID if you want, because you can tell when I joined the game based off those numbers. You can see my achievements. You can see my world level. You can see that I recently cleared Spiral Abyss, 36 stars. I haven't done Visionary mode for this current Imaginarium yet. Don't know when I'm gonna do it. Haven't had time. And I think I did Menacing for Stygian. Is it menacing? Because I know dire is the hardest one, and I don't do. Okay, Paimon, but I don't do dire in Stygian because all you get is an extra reroll feather and a skin for your weapon that you don't even get to keep. So I don't care. It's too much trouble. But here's some of my favorite characters. They tend to rotate, which is why you can't see everybody there. Uh, my five horsemen of the apocalypse are there. I'm counting Flynn's in this. You don't get to call BS on me. But here are my favorite name cards. There's Mona's, Zhongli's, Nouvelette's, Wriothesley, Navia, Sijuin, which may be my favorite one in the entire game. And oh no, not true, not true. The one that I'm using is my favorite, and I'll explain that in a second. We've got Kazuha's, Al-Haytham's, which I think they could have given him a better one, but it's Al-Haytham, so it better be there. Farina, Stone Dragon, which is Ashtaha. It's kind of the only one that references him. He's my favorite boss battle in the game. That was one of my favorite chapters, Zhongli's second story quest. His music is still the best one in the game, and I think you get this for fighting bosses a certain way or doing it in co-op or something. I don't know. I went nuts trying to get this, and I was so happy when it popped. So it's there. We've got Emily's. I know everybody's like, "Oh, Emily, she exists." I didn't know who Emily was. Hey, shut up. Emily's great. All right, and if you haven't come over to the side, the light side, you need to. Okay, don't sleep on this character again. You just try her out, man. But we've got the first folio for Imaginarium Theater. Paimon, you are so rude. But yeah, here's the first folio, all the first, like the original group of achievements for Imaginarium. And then here's the second folio for Imaginarium, which includes things like, okay, get all the Stellai in Visionary mode. Okay, fine, we can do that. God, she is rude tonight. And then get a certain number of mystery caches. Like you have to get 8 or so in an entire in like one round of Imaginarium, which is not it's damn near impossible. But we pulled it off, and I think you have to get all Stellai like several times or something like that. But either way, this one almost killed me, and I wanted it because of the kitty. That's the only reason, and I don't think I'm ever gonna take it off because come on, it's a kitty with a crystal ball. I'm pretty sure it's meant to symbolize Mona's mentor or something. I don't know. I don't care. It's a kitty with a crystal ball. That's all that matters. There's Diona's. There's Yai Miko's because like I like her so much more when she's in her fox form. When she's a person, she's just hard to deal with. And Scaffier's. Now, I might swap one of these out for Columbina's when she reaches max friendship because hers is amazing, but we have to get to that point, and I don't know when that's going to happen. So, there's my showcase. Achievements? No, random stranger. No, you cannot come in here. Why do you wish to come in here? You're not allowed in here. I don't allow people into my game because, truth be told, I do prefer to play alone because I think the co-op in this game it's all right, but it could be better. Because if you're doing a domain boss with a person that's underleveled or doesn't know how to build their characters, and their two characters drop, and you're just in there playing happy slaps with the boss, they can't come back. They're just spectating, and here you are with two characters that are meant to support their two characters, and it's miserable. So, I have no idea how many achievements I have here. I know I have 1,309 in total, but I stopped trying to 100% the Mortal Travalis series like a long time ago. If I can do it, cool. If I can't, if not, but some of these are ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure that I don't want to look for books if I can help. Maybe if I'm desperate for primos, I will, but Hero's Journey, very rarely do I go after the Blossoms of Wealth or the Blossoms of Revelation. Um, I am a dolphin. I'm not a huge whale, but I generally do get Welkin and the Cheap Seats Battle Pass, the $10 one, not the $20 one. So, I do love exploration though. So most of the exploration ones are 100%. Not the challenges. That ship has sailed. No, mm-mm. I like to have fun when I play games. I don't like to torture myself. But like here, see, I don't co-op that often. Collect 20 regional specialties in another player's world. I haven't played co-op in a very long time, so chances are I'm never gonna get that achievement. See, I haven't even tried with this one. Defeat the Thunder Manifestation in co-op. It's hard enough by myself. So, no. Same goes for a lot of these. But again, here, see, exploration, I'm a little nuts, except for this one. I got the catch. There's no way you can make me go for 2,000 fish. I will, no, mm-mm. I don't want to do that either. I paid my dues, I got my weapon, and I would like to move on with my life now. But Genius Invocation, I tried it. Not a fan. If you like Genius Invocation, I'm happy for you. Go play until you have every card, until you become Yami himself. King Atem himself until you become him. Play it. Okay, I got my Zhongli card and I've never gone back. So that's I don't know what that says about me, but yeah, no, not that into Genius Invocation. It's not as offensive as Millie Astral Wonderland, however, but there, see Fontaine, all of this 100%, 100%. This Natlin area, I cannot find for the life of me this open world trial challenge. If you know where it is, hit me up. Because I need to set aside time to go find it and probably want to rip my hair out because the Saurians make me just make me want to light everything on fire. So, Duelist, I don't think I've even gone looking for many of the local legends in Nodcry or Natlin. So, maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yeah, these Nodcry ones, I can't get this until the story has run its course and we've got more map expansion. And this one, I think the last waypoint is tied to the story, which I haven't done the 6.3 story yet. So we'll do it eventually. I don't know when that will happen, when I have time, I guess. But here's the map. If you didn't believe me on 100% completion, here's Mondstadt, 100, and even Dragonspine. Yeah. Um, I was ready to cry when I was done with Dragonspine because if you know, you know, Dragonspine is infuriating. Here's Liyue, Chen Yuveo, all of Liyue, because we're homies. I love Liyue. It's my favorite place. Well, one of my favorite places in the game. Here's Inazuma. Yes, even Surumi Island, which, okay. I know that having to split the quest into 5 days is dumb. I didn't like it with Surumi. I didn't like it with Durin, but you can't tell me that Surumi Island did not have one of the best world quests in the entire game. It made me cry. It was so bittersweet. It had some of the best music. I love the spooky atmosphere here. I love the music here. This is just yes, this quest. I have so many fond memories of this island and this quest. Other than trying to pull for Zhongli's Staff of Homa. If you know, you know. If you were around in the old days in a different life when I had a different username and streamed on Twitch all the time, then you remember what I was doing on Cerule Island, trying to get as many primos as I could. Um, it was bad. Okay, so the chasm, it's 100% outside. It's also 100% inside. Same goes. What did you do, Thumb? How dare you? Here's Enka. Inazuma's basement is 100%. Um, I I don't recommend 100%ing Enka no Miya unless you're dedicated because this was not fun. Straight up be real with you there. Uh, Here's Sumeru. Sumeru is 100%. Yes, the rainforest and the desert. Oh yes. We did that. Here's the oasis. Look at Fontaine. We have all of Fontaine. Best region. I love this area up here with the floating water cubes because the Fontaine Research Institute got too silly. I just love the view. It's unique and it's fun to explore this area. The world quest for this area was great. I enjoyed every minute of it. Uh, we have the door to Remuria. That's 100%. Though this island's easy to 100%, but here's the Sea of Bygone Eras, 100%. Also, one of this part here is one of the most beautiful parts of the game. In fact, well, do we want to go ahead? Nah, we're not going to worry about it because like if we're underwater, then we're going to be dealing with monsters like trying to chew on our booties, and we can't be doing that right now. Here's Natlan. If you've been around long enough, you know that this is my least favorite region in the game just because of the traversal, the bad writing, the bland characters, which I know is subjective. If you like Natlan, then you know I am very happy for you. If you have a favorite Natlan character, then there is plenty there for you to love, and I'm glad you love them. This I never want to come back here, and I know we're gonna have to at some point in the story, and I don't look forward to it. But here is the holiday resort from the summer quest where Benny got some lore and Mavuika still had to make it all about her, which yeah, here's Nod Cry. And yes, even the new island, it was so easy to 100%. I think I did it in less than a week because they just don't want to give us exploration anymore because a lot of like a side of the community complained. And they're like, okay, fine, Millie Astro Wonderland. Here you go. Here's Stygian Onslaught. We don't have to do anything anymore. No, please, Hoyo. Give me my fix. Give us some more exploration. Because look at this. We don't have Dormant Port. We're no longer getting that with Varka's Patch when it could very easily be here. Because if you go to Fontaine and you stand here, you can look out and see that this is possibly where Fontaine is getting their exports from Mondstadt. But no, nope, no dormant port. So, okay, what about the Blackcliff Forge? Down here somewhere, probably from Liyue, near this area. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know, maybe? Nope. Mm-mm. So instead, we have all this water with nothing in the middle. We've got this little teeny tiny connection to Natlin from Sumeru. Like this hole is here. There's a hole here. You could do the Silent Hill thing and be like, there was a hole here. It's gone now, and you won't. And then we could also like expand Fontaine since I guess well this could be where Snezhnaya is. I don't know, but knowing them, the map is going to be even more cracked out than it ever was. But hey, I 100%ed it, baby. I love it. Here's my quest log. If we don't talk about my quest log or look at my quest log, it can't hurt you. I haven't done the most recent Archon quest. I still have to do Nouvelette's quest that's related to his outfit, his new outfit. There's still some Nodcry and Natlan quests that I just have sitting here. I'll get around to it. And I no longer do daily quests because at this point in the game for me, I've done them enough to the point where I think I would rather just do a domain, fight a boss, or build my characters. You know, like you get points for doing your dailies that way, and it works just fine. Unless you're looking for daily quest related achievements, which I'm not, so we're good. Travelogue story quests, event. Is this story quest? Yeah, here we go. I have done every single character story quest because I think these are great for the most part. His was terrible. Hers was terrible. But, you know, for the most part, they're pretty good. It gives you a good insight into each character, even though they do try to make it all about NPCs, which I wish it wasn't that way. Durin's was not. It just is stretched out over 5 days, which is really dumb. But hers is hilarious because it's a bunch of Gordon Ramsay references. You find out she's a crime scene cleaner in addition to being a perfume maker, which is interesting choice of career. But you know, I mean, it's fun. And okay, Siegeween, spoiler alert, uh, made herself look more human by taking a potion because friend of hers fell ill and she had the means to heal her because she's a doctor and the human people didn't want to let her in the house. So she went and took the potion, willingly mutilated herself to save her friend. And I'm sorry, say what you will about her. I respect her immensely. Holy crap, Cyrene, you don't know a damn thing about love. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. But yeah, we've done all of these. Every single one. Hangouts, I can't say the same for because when they started out, they were a slog, and though they've gotten better, because I would have to say that Hazos, Farazans, they're pretty good. All right, they're entertaining. Um, they're still a slog. And I haven't done Lynette's or Layla's. Maybe when I get desperate for primos, I will, but they're not a priority for me, even if they are primos on the table. I think they also kind of figured out that people aren't really interested in this Otome angle and just kind of stopped with them because we haven't had one since Fontaine. But we did get them as reputation quests in Natlin, and oh boy. You know how they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Here's my Natlin quest. I completed them. What else do you want from me? There you go. I did it. That's the end of the story. Moral of the story. Event quests. I don't know why this is still here because I'm pretty sure we did it. Yeah, we did it. That's it. That's the Benny quest. And Traveler's Tales. I've done, I think, all of the anecdotes that are available right now. The only thing I know for sure that I haven't done is the special ending for Inos, where you literally have to have Lauma in the party, and I don't have Lauma. So maybe one day we'll see how that's actually supposed to end, because I got it like 3 or 4 times and it just got stuck and then disappeared. Oh well, right? It just it is what it is. So we have that, and let's see, what else should I show you? My inventory. No, instead of showing you my inventory, I'm just gonna show you my teapot and my characters. I have 2 teapots, okay? One of which I decorated the outside, and I'm happy with how it looks, and the other one that is actually decorated. Now, this one is the Fontaine one. Tried to make it look like, what direction are we facing in? Excuse me. I tried to make it look all fairy tale-like and everything, because I mean, like, we're underwater, first of all, which is neat in and of itself. I also like these glowing blue trees. But, we've got potion stuff, we've got weed, we've got an area to grow the weed. We've got Yehoda just chilling out here because I'm trying to build her friendship. But we've got glitches because I don't know how to get that fixed. If you know how, again, hit me up because I've moved it around, I've shifted things, and it still just wants to snap, crackle, pop at me and give me like all kinds of pain in the face. We've got our harp, we've got Dodeko, we've got the Columbina chair, which let's have Columbina sit in her chair. Girl, sit in the chair. There you go. Adorable. Perfect. But we've got Melusine houses because I mean, if Nouvelette lived here, there is no way that the Melusines would not live on the property. If you know, you know. We've got the Sumeru swing. I'm pretty sure it's at the other house too. I don't remember. But look how fast she is. The inside of the house is a complete and total craftivity den, meaning I don't know how to furnish it because I need to go and gather wood to build Fontanian furniture. I started decorating in here and realized how big this house is. So we're farming friendship with as many characters as I can. And they're like, and I know you're thinking, Maxie, why are Noelle and Ningguang here if you've been playing as long as you have? Well, my sweet boo boo face, baby boo, lovely. It's because I just never use them. They're not built, so they're just in here. And it's not like, well, I'm not a big fan of Noelle, but I got nothing against Ningguang. But we do have an event fish from the Natlan fishing event in there. That's neat. And if you come upstairs in true Craftivity Den style, we've got a room with a fireplace, a kindergarten rug, and books to read where you guys can sit here and debate the social merits of the rainbow fish and why that book is BS and how that fish should never have given away his sparkle to people that didn't deserve it in the first place. Or you can go in this room and hang out with this cute little Saurian dude, and Columbine is standing here like, hey man, can I have some furniture in here? And I'm like, yeah, one day, baby boo. And then I just run away because I don't know what to do with this house. Like, we have a bar, we have Skirk's guitar, and a shelf with nothing on it. This door even open? This door does open. I never knew that. Okay. So this is not really the house that we need to concern ourselves with, I don't think. The other house I put a little more effort into because it's the Liyue house. So if we go over here to the Adeptile abode, I made a Zhongli house and it's at capacity. So we have a hot spring for him to soak his big old reptilian booty in. We have a gazebo for him to stare off into the distance and tell long-winded stories in. We have his statue because it's a comedic joke played on him by the universe that Nouvelette, his ultimate critic and detractor, would get a skin before him. Because here's his Rex Lapis outfit. He doesn't have it as a skin. They made a statue of it. Can't get it on a playable character. The promo for this event gave him an outfit that appeared in a Lantern Rite flashback, and he still does not have it. So, it's a cosmic joke. We have a guest house because if he had to like invite Mona over to chill with him, because I think they should date and be each other's financial advisors and protect each other from dumb decisions like not eating. He could feed her, he could cook for her, and she can like tell him to not spend money on stupid things he doesn't need. So we've got we see the harp, we got plants, we've got a table here so everybody can just chill and entertain themselves. We got Albedo's portrait of Paimon, because why not? And I don't remember what I was doing with any of these, but apparently the owl is just like, hey man, I got that dope. I should probably move these though, because they serve no purpose out here. But then we've got like another guest house and the fishing pond for Minazuma because I just wanted to fill the space. And we've got, I think that's a manta ray from Enkonomiya. I don't remember. I just know that I caught some fish while farming the catch, and then I never went fishing again. I'm not sorry. So, but inside the house, it's decorated. So we've got this foyer here with an L-shaped counter because I don't know, maybe you need a drink immediately when you first walk in. I don't know. I'm not going to judge you. We've got this kotetsu here in case you want to be like Saber and Ilya and how they got eaten by the kotetsu and they just didn't want to come out from under it when Chiro was asking them to help him cook. Um, we've got uh, here's where you can take messages with our non-existent cell phone and you can read. And then we've got this den back here where we got to entertain ourselves. We got no TVs in Tevat, so you got to sit there and actually talk to people, which might be dangerous, but no, not as dangerous as the stove under the stairs. See, even D-Luke is mildly concerned, but you just keep mixing drinks back there, baby. It's not a problem until we make it a problem. But if we come in here, we have Zhongli's bedroom. He has to be on the first floor because, okay, the god of earth can summon rocks from the sky. The god of earth can probably cause earthquakes. Now, if he causes an earthquake during certain adult activities, I don't know. I think it would probably just be safer to be on the first floor. Now, say nothing of the bedroom above him. The guest room above him is completely and totally screwed. But since he's immortal, mostly, he stands a better chance of survival. And you'll see who I have in the bedroom upstairs above him, because their chances of survival are as good as they're gonna get, too. We have this Mondstadt bedroom that poor Ningguang is in. She probably thinks it's hideous in here, because it's not expensive, it's rustic. But I've been trying to build her. There's a cat in here. Buddy? But I've been trying to build her friendship for like 5 years, and it still ain't there because I'm lazy. I gave him an office in here with another cat. This cat is blocking the door in true cat fashion. But I gave him an office in case he ever decides to do any real work for the funeral parlor and not buy a bunch of Noctilucous Jade that he doesn't need. And he's still in here. Zhongliception. How have I been? I've been great, baby. How you been? But yeah, we got that going on. Upstairs, we've got lots of other like random trinkets that I've picked up just via doing events. I love this pot, by the way. I don't even remember where you get it from, but it's awesome with the cherry blossoms in it. I actually have a tree like that in real life and has LEDs in it because it's fake. The only real plants are outside. in this house because it's the only way they're gonna get sun. We've got the thing from Scaramouche's boss fight. We've got a couple other things. We've got the mushroom lamp, and then we've got Nuvolette and Ridesley chilling here. I tried to put Navia between them so she could live out a fantasy that I'm pretty sure most women have considered by now, but then they told me I was over capacity, so they're just gonna chill here by themselves. And then in here we have Sucrose with all the cat furniture, best furniture in the game, and the portrait of the I think that's the Inazumans with the Fontanians from the filmmaker quest. Sucrose is chilling in here with Nuvolette's ladle, his true form. If that's really what he looks like, that is hilarious to me. And I think, okay, so this is the bedroom that's over Zhongli's bedroom. I think, oh wait, no. Is this the bedroom? Okay, never mind. This is the bedroom over. Oh, well, Sucrose, goodbye. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. It was nice knowing you. Because Chi-Chi's in here. Now, Chi-Chi has the highest survival rate, but then again, she is a baby, so maybe she don't need to be listening. It's all good. I'm sorry, Chi-Chi. I didn't think that one through. You're safer over here. So, Sucrose rolls the dice. She takes her chances. I mean, she's an alchemist. She understands the game. She's actually doing an experiment. Let's see how long I can survive as a guest in Zhongli's house. Okay, I'm glad we got this out of the way. So for the characters that I'm going to show you now, where should we go? Oh, let's go to look at the water cubes in Fontaine, because they make me giggle. Because I can't believe that the Research Institute was like, okay, let's work on some anti-gravity stuff. And they caused that. And you can go swimming in those too. That's mostly for Greg. Those of you who play Genshin know full well that you can go swimming in those if you're brave enough. You can fall out of them though, so, fun. But for this occasion, I'm only going to show you like the characters that I use regularly because I have I think I've got like 90 at least 90 characters. So I'm not going to go over the ones that I don't have built. I'm not going to go over the ones that I don't use very often. So we're going to we're just going to go with the favorite children. First up, we have Zhongli. He's level 95 because I used that I forget what it's called, but it's the thing that lets you break the level 90 limit. On him, if I get another Kaching, I will be sure to be able to get him to level 100. He is my pride and joy. He's my favorite character in the game, favorite personality. I'm so looking forward to Lantern Rite and chilling with him. But uh, here's all of the gliders, by the way, because I'm at 100% reputation in every area. So we've got a couple of the special gliders, which I think you get this for signing up. Here's the PlayStation glider. There's Mondstadt's. Here's the one that I have on him because it's Liyue's. There's Dragon Spines. If he'd turn around, we could see it. Come on, Zhongli. All right. So then we have Inazuma's. There's the one they had to give us for free, even though it was supposed to be a paid thing for the concert. But our anniversary uh, prizes were so lame that they had to give us this because the Chinese community was review bombing Google Classroom. All right. There's Sumeru. There is I forget what this is for. I think that was an anniversary one too, but I don't remember. But there's Fontaine's. There's Natlan's. I think I have this on Ridesley. And there's the Xbox wings that they transferred over to PlayStation as well. Zhongli, wait, yeah, Zhongli has his Echo. I really wish that Echoes came out anywhere other than in the lower back because if you think about it, you know what that looks like. But it's a dragon tail, so for him, I'll allow it. But some of these look downright wrong, so we'll get there. But he does have his Echo. Um, he has the Staff of Homa. Surumi Island says hello. And here are his build is weird. He is top 1% on Akasha because of this weird build, but when you pair him with the likes of Albedo, with Albedo's recent buff, Columbina, Navia, he can pull off some really wild things. So here are his pieces. I'm just gonna cycle through them so you can get a good look at them. I can never replace this one. Like if The shame that it has to be on Wanderer's Troop and not on Millilith or even Petra, because it would be great. But alas, so we're gonna run him with a little bit of Elemental Mastery. It doesn't hurt. It's not perfect, but it doesn't hurt. Here's his here's his feather, his timepiece, his goblet. I want to be like, oh, his kettle. Well, technically, yes, but it's his goblet. And there's his circlet, which is his off piece. Again, probably never going to be able to replace this. I should probably put this on Eula and get him something better. But how are you going to do that? That's a 1 in a million. Well, not 1 in a million, but it's going to be hard to do. So there's that. He is C6. I did not do this all in one sitting. I did it in like 2 to 3 reruns for him because when I found out he was getting his first rerun, I saved I was like a dragon just hoarding primos for months. So like I got him to C4 and then like I think 6 months to a year later they reran him again and I got his last 2 constellations. Is it the best idea? Probably not because his healing for C6 isn't that great, but I don't care. I love this character, so I will do anything for him, Boo Boo. Which is why I like, guys, just make a skin for him. People were willing to pay for Nuvolette. They're gonna pay for him, I promise. But he's triple crowned because of course, I'm gonna triple crown Zhongli. We've got Columbina. She's new. You saw the video. She's at Friendship 4 now, and she is level 90 now, so that's neat. I did R5 her prototype Amber. Here's her artifacts. They're not great, but since she's off field and mostly reliant on HP anyway, she's getting the job done. I 36 starred the Abyss and got through Stygian with her. She's great. I can't complain about her. I'm so happy I got her. No constellations. She's not crowned. I can't do anything further with her until I play the story because I have to beat the crap out of Dottore. Which, I mean, hey, it's warranted. He deserves it, but we're not there yet. We'll probably crown her talents eventually, but not right now. Here's Anefa. Poor Anefa. She's level 2 organically because I was building friendship with her. She doesn't have her weapon yet because I need to farm rocks. She does have artifacts. Most of them aren't leveled. Poor Anefa. But I will be leveling her and maxing her out for Flynn's sake, and I do plan to get her weapon another time. Because right now we're kind of broke, low key. No constellations, talents aren't leveled. She is brand spanking new. But here's Flynn's. You also saw the video for Flynn's. You saw how I got trolled for his weapon, but here he is at level 90, friendship 10, with his spooky, spooky lantern. He does have signature. At what cost? I don't know. His artifacts are still low-key pooey. Like, pooey? But again, he's clearing content. So I can't really say that he's at a disadvantage. I need to crown his other skills, but we'll get there. Also, I forgot to show you, like, here's his... Whoa. Here's his crit rate to crit damage and his energy recharge and all of those stats. I'll show you Columbina's and Zhongli's as well. There's no point in showing you an Effa. But there's Columbina. See, nothing special. Her ER is, like, low. It needs to be... I need to bring that up, because 160 is generally the sweet spot. But no. And there's Zhongli. His energy recharge isn't the best either, but he does have that high geo damage bonus, babes. Then we have my first limited 5-star character, Albedo. Because, okay, during Zhongli's first run, I went nuts trying to get him. He never came home. Like, no 5-star would drop, because I was brand new, didn't have a lot of primos, and Dragon Spine was, like, on the way. So I didn't realize how close to pity I really was because just New Year's Day 2021, Albedo, boom, hello. And everybody's like, "Oh, he's not that good." Really? Is he? Because he got a buff and I thought he was great for the buff, especially if you like to play Geo characters. So his crit rate and crit damage, they're all right, but since he's a support, you don't need to worry about it. He doesn't really need ER. If I'm being honest, he doesn't because he's just quick. He does have an R5 Cinnabar Spindle. I did complete that event. to get him the R5 Cinnabar spindle because he still does not have a 5-star signature weapon, and I don't know why. Because Hoyo will give Venti two of them before they will give him one. But I get it because Venti is more powerful than Albedo. Here are his artifacts. He should have a 4-piece um Husk of Opulent Dreams, but he's old, so I never really got him a full set of Husk of Opulent Dreams. I should, though, but like I don't know, some of these pieces might be hard to replace. But I don't know, maybe one day we'll do a cheeky late night stream of it or something. We'll grind Opulent Dreams for Albedo, because like look at this piece. I don't know that you could really replace this either, but it's his off piece, so it's not like we have to worry about Circlet. It's just these. He is C1 because they have that, do your Baileys for 5 weeks every single day, and you can get a constellation free for older characters. So I went and got his C1. It's really elevated his abilities. It's elevated Zhongli. It's elevated Navia. With Lunar Crystallize with Columbina, you can get away with some really interesting stuff. So I recommend it, boo boo. It's awesome if you have him. He's not crowned though. I don't even know if he needs to be. I might do it one day if I have some extra crowns lying around, though. Then we have my first 5-star ever, Mona, the queen. We do not badmouth Mona in this house. I know that she's probably stolen a lot of your 50/50s, and I understand being disappointed. But listen, her character is amazing. Her character is hilarious. I I'm always excited when she's a part of the story, and I used her for a very, very long time early game. I think the only time I stopped using her was Inazuma because Hydro just was not in vogue at the time. But here is her crit rate to crit damage. It's all right. She is a few points shy of 160, which it needs to be brought up. There's her hydro damage. She's another one on a Frankly set, I think, but she has an R5 Widsith. Nothing special. Yeah, I messed up and gave her a circlet that she shouldn't be using because, or one of these that she shouldn't be using. Uh-oh. Uh, Awkward. I took away her Heart of Depth, which I probably shouldn't have done, and now I don't know where it is. I don't know what I was thinking, but here's her pieces. There's no synergy anywhere. Don't do this. Don't build your Mona like this. I think this is her old hydro damage goblet, which sure maybe is, but maybe not. Maybe she is there a circlet in here for nope. Oh wait, here's that piece. Here's her crit rate and crit damage. Yeah, that's why I swapped it. I saw the stats and was like, oh, sexy, and forgot that it's Millilith. So we're gonna have to address that eventually. But there's her pieces. I haven't really noticed it, to be honest with you, because again, the only times I really get to use her are like Imaginarium and maybe Stygian once in a while. If she's C4, this talent could be crowned. I think I might just go ahead and do that. Because why not? Her ultimate is like probably her strongest aspect. So yeah, maybe. We got Navia, level 90. She has her Sig at R1. None of the well, that's not true. There is one Sig weapon that is a higher refinement than one, and I'll explain why in a minute. But Navia, I wouldn't say her pieces are the best either. Like I'm pretty sure that I don't know why she has an HP goblet. Don't ask me why. I think it's just there to be a stat piece, and I never went back in the domain to try and get her a Geo Goblet. I should just craft one for her. Mistakes were made, okay? Desperation happened. And this is her off piece, and I'm pretty sure it's as good as it's gonna get. But I mean, she's no, Maxie, but she's doing just fine. Even though, I mean, Geo Damage Goblet would probably most certainly be preferable. But she's C0. Talents aren't crowned. These will probably have to be crowned one day if I want to keep using her. We got Kazuha, who, again, everybody, I remember when he first came out, everybody was like, oh, he's Canadian Ether. Uh-huh. And then everybody was ready to eat their words because they found out how good this character is. Um, his crit rate and crit damage is much higher than it needs to be. His ER should be higher. what else is new, right? And his animo damage is quite high, but I think that's because he ascends with that. He has an R1 Zephos Moonlight because it's actually better than the Iron Sting. For the longest time, he did, in fact, have an R5 Iron Sting, but I'm a Dolphin, so I did pull on a weapon banner that had this banger of a 4-star weapon, and I've never received another copy. I've gotten every other weapon, but not this one. Wah. So here's some of his scuffed artifacts. His attack is a lot higher than it needs to be, but I'm not terribly fussed about that because my Kazuha is strong. Okay, he is a strong boy. He is C2, and he is crowned for his ultimate. I again eventually will crown this. I don't know why I leveled up his attack. Maybe just because I thought you had to triple crown everybody back in the day. Not true. This could probably stand to be crowned. We love Kazuha. He's amazing. We'll never stop using him. I don't care if he's been power crept by Salonen. And then we have Shao, who at the time was a great DPS back like in 1 point. What was it? Was it like 1.6 or 7? I don't know. It was the first Lantern, right? And he was great then, but he quickly got power crept. Plunge is not my favorite way to play, so in hindsight, would I pull for him again? Probably not. But we have him. We have his Sig because it's on the standard banner. Eventually, you're gonna get it whether you like it or not. Uh, his artifacts are all right. Like he's got one weird one that I was looking at last night. Physical damage goblet. I'm not sure why he has that. He should have an animo damage goblet probably, but I think it's just because he does have to do regular attacks to make that work. But who knows? He's built well enough until you reach his talents, and then you realize that nothing is as it should be. But I don't use him often enough for it to really matter. It's like I think I only ever use him in Imaginarium when I'm forced to. So while I really like him story-wise and lore, I think he's great. Yeah, no, I don't use him too much outside of that. Venti, on the other hand, I still use in Spiral Abyss to this day, even though he definitely has fallen out of fashion. He's back in fashion because he's been buffed and got a new overpowered signature weapon. So wouldn't it figure, but I have an R4 elegy for the end. Not because I wanted one, because it always runs against other weapons that I want, and I always seem to get elegy for the end anyway. I even have an extra one that I could have just refined into an R5 for him, but I gave it to Farazan. We're not going to look at Farazan though because she's built like crap, and I don't use her that much, but she's holding it. Uh, he has no EM. He should have EM. But since when? Well, he has that EM, but it could be better. And since when does Maxi do anything the right way? Right? Listen, it doesn't matter if content is being cleared again. Right, exactly. Exactly. So again, should these be leveled higher? Absolutely. Are they? No. We might crown this since he has gotten like with the Hexenzirkel buff, he is insane again, and I'm happy about it because I really like playing Venti. Jean, I've come around on. Uh, you can do some really dumb things with her and her wind vortex, as everybody knows. She made Stygian a lot easier last time, but when I first got Jean, I wasn't happy about it. I was like, oh, great. Dollar store saber. Nah, I've warmed to Jean. She's got an R5 Amen. Amenoma Kageuchi. I always have to double take when I read that. Sorry, but she has that. I've since changed her to a DPS Jean, more or less. So she's right. Like, I just need to level her talents more, and I think she could be solid. But she is C4, and I think if we just level these a little bit, I think we could have a good time with Jean. Especially Sunfire Jean, which I've never actually tried, and I want to. Scaffier, another banger of a character, one that I don't well, I don't know, one that I don't regret pulling, but unless you're really heavy into playing Skirk or playing Ridesley or even Ayaka, I would say that, maybe reconsider. But I like her. I like her little cloche that is like a cryo drone. I like the fact that you can make special dishes every week with her that are better than the Adeptus's Temptation. She's fun. She's using Shenhe's weapon. because I never managed to get her weapon. I don't have Shenhe. Her weapon just showed up one day, poof, and it's the best I can do for her right now. Oh well. Here are her pieces. Most of these rolled all right. I can't say they rolled poorly, but here's her breakdown. Like it doesn't have to be that high because like again, she doesn't really need ER either. She kind of just she goes into. Did I show you guys Jean? There's Jean. And there's Venti. Venti doesn't need high crit. He does need ER though, because you want to be able to use tornado as many times as you can. And there's Xiao. Oh Xiao, your crit rate is great, is awesome. But yeah, Scoffy is fine. Like I don't think I even yeah I didn't even crown her. But like you don't have to crown her attack. This is probably the only thing you need to crown. And this if you're gonna heal. Like with Wriothesley, and in order to keep Farina from killing the rest of the party, then yeah, probably crown these. Here's my pride and joy, my top 1% Wriothesley, which I think it's largely because of one artifact that he has. But how can totally not Jotaro, totally not Jingyuan go wrong? Okay, like everybody I know, he's not that strong. He's not a great GP. I don't care. Again, he clears all of the endgame content, and that's all that matters to me. So here's his breakdown. 63%. I would like to bring that up one day, but one thing at a time. He does have his signature, and I'm not proud of how insane I went to get this. I did all of Natlin in one sitting to get this. It took me 2 days. And I think I stopped to, do adult things and shower and eat and sleep. And that was it. I was just no-lifing this game in order to get this weapon because it took over a year for Wriothesley to rerun. And who knows when he's coming back. So no regrets, right? We're gonna use. Well, he's voiced by the same guy that voices Ervin, and Uvalet's voiced by the same guy that voices Levi. So you know what? No regrets. So here are his pieces. I'm looking for his like uber super weak one, but there's his ridiculous cryo damage goblet, and of course it's an off piece. But this elevated him like so much that like he clowns most endgame content. And just this is the only piece that I wish rolled a little bit better. But since the cash flow supervision gives him crit rate, it's not that big a deal, but it's a little bit of a big deal. He's C1. I would love to get his C2 one day, and he is triple crowned. He might be one of my few other characters that is triple crowned. Eula, I don't really use Eula that much, but like, except for in Imaginarium because she's physical damage, not cryo damage. And I thought before going into Fontaine, oh, I'll just pull for some cryo characters so we don't have to deal with the swimming as much. And as it turns out, the swimming is a lot of fun. And Eula is Eula. So she's got Snow Tomb, Star Silver. I mean, she's good for her time. When she was brand new, like, hell yeah, dude. Although this should have crit rate on it. I'm a stickler for double crit rate pieces. I'm sorry. C0 talents aren't completely level. Maybe this should be crowned one day. Maybe. I mean, it's not like we don't have the resources for it. But it's Eula, so why would I do that? Ganyu, her stats are sad. It should be so much better, 'cause she was like the DPS queen back in the day. And she's still really good. It's just that she's been power crept like so many others. She has her Sig, because it's on standard. But here's her pieces. She's still on Wanderer's Troop because I never even farmed Blizzard Strayer for her. The Blizzard Strayer set is on Ayaka, but I mean, she's got some crazy pieces. But see, like this was from a time when I didn't care about double crit even, but that 27.2% is still pretty good. I think this is her only Pooey one, and I would be okay with finding her a better one, but it's that ER that's going to be hard to replace because she does need that. But I use Ganyu a lot still for the chessboard boss because her AoE really helps with that. I did crown her arrows. I should probably crown this one day. But there's Ganyu. Here's Nemesis number 1, Ayaka. I didn't like her in the story. I don't like her playstyle. But I pulled for her because I figured skittering across the water in Fontaine as a streak of ice would be a great idea. And I don't use her nearly as much as I thought I would because her play style is not my favorite. Has nothing to do with her wet socks, has nothing to do with the fact that I was forced to go on a date with her while people were dying in a civil war. But yeah, so there's her stats. She does come in clutch in Imaginarium. I can't say she doesn't. She does have the Miss Splitter. She and Lumine have joint custody of this Miss Splitter. I didn't originally want it. I wanted Navia's weapon, and this came home instead. I had to wait for Navia's rerun to get the verdict. But here are Ayaka's pieces. Again, I think this is the only time I ever farmed Blizzard Strayer, although I think Aya got her cast-offs. She is C0. Again, not crowned because I don't want to give her resources. I'm sorry, Ayaka fans, but like, she and her forehead can go hang out with Firefly and Cyrene. But here's one character that I do like. Here's Raiden. Regardless of her spotty writing, she is very fun to play, even though she's been power crap. She's level 90 like everyone else. She has the catch, which is why my brain is broken and why I have an aversion to fishing. That's the only way to get this weapon, Greg, for in case you don't know. You have to fish up a ridiculous number of fish to get this and its refinements. Um, Emblem pieces never want to roll correctly for me, so I'm always impressed when they get anywhere near decent. So Raiden could be better. She's constantly a work in progress. I always, every now and then, go back to Emblem to try and get her better pieces. She's C2, and only her ultimate is crowned, even though I wind up using her skill more. But, I mean, her ER is 213. It's better than nothing, right? She has no electro damage bonus, which she probably should have, in all honesty. Kaching, we're not going to go into depth with Kaching. All I know is that Kaching steals many of my 50/50s. She is C6. She is the only standard banner character that I have at C6, and would figure that she is, in fact, my least favorite. She has the Black Sword, which is a battle pass weapon. Again, Dolphin. She has a super scuffed build, which is 2-piece Paradise Lost and 2-piece Gladiators. I tried to give her something just in case I had to use her, and I don't really enjoy it because I don't particularly like her in the story either. I just think she's kind of condescending and just not fun to be around. Nefer, I lost Flynn's. Oh, hey, Ashru. Yay! I missed. I tried to get Flynn's C1. Dia took it, and I got Nefer on a whim because I thought, oh, hey, she's going to be an awesome Dendro DPS. You need Lauma for her to reach her full potential. And I also had to skip out on her Sig, so she's got a Widsith at R1. It's as good as it's going to get. Her pieces also, like, they don't want to roll right, so it is what it is for her right now. I think she'll be elevated if and when I get Lauma. She is double crowned because it does help her weaknesses a little bit. I would like to bring that 201 up. Her and Ganyu were just stuck there for some reason. She's all right. She's still good. She just could be better. And I'm sorry that I didn't get Lauma, but Flynn's was the priority. Now, this is the character that I know. Who's Emily? She's not relevant to the story. Listen, if you're going to run a burning team with Mavlika, with Benny, with Durin, Kanish can use her. Even Dia can use her services. Okay, like if you're gonna run a burning team, Emily is fantastic. I have cleared so much content with Emily. I'm very sorry if you didn't get her. I think she's gorgeous. I love her design. I love the pink tips of her hair. I love the back of her skirt. I'm sorry. I love Emily. Okay, like just haters to the side. Except I know there's like Ayaka people. They're just like, I already threw you in the trash, Maxie. That's okay. You like who you like. Her signature is R2 because I lost 50/50 on Mavuika's sword. It figures, doesn't it, that Mavuika would be the one to screw her over. She's another one whose pieces rolled a little too well, all things considered. Except this one. This one's kind of iffy. But, whatever. She's C0. She's talent level 9, which I don't know if I'm gonna crown her. Like maybe I should, but she does just enough. She does more than enough damage for what you need her to do. Baiju, we're just gonna go over quickly because he's a heal bot. I really like him in lore. I kind of wish I hadn't pulled for him though, because again, don't use him that much. His shield is about as strong as toilet paper. He's got an R5 prototype Amber. His pieces mostly are just reliant on HP and ER. So while he has double crit, he doesn't necessarily need them. I'm just weird, and I eventually got sick of farming this set, so he got stuck with this. Sorry, Baiju. It's not you, baby. It's the kit they gave you. Again, talent level 8. This never even needs to be brought above 1 because he's not really going to be on field. If you make him sprint, he actually coughs. Come on. Alhaitham is another one of my 5 horsemen of the apocalypse. I know there's only 4 in lore. Shh, who cares? I go for Alhaitham still over Nefer because he's all reliable. Like if he's still going to do more in a team of Shinobu, Mahita, and like you can give him Singchu, you can give him Singcho, you can give him Yalan, you can give him you can give him you could probably give him Durin and have it work out, but he does have the lo-fi. His pieces are, I think he has a couple ridiculous ones. Like this one. Like holy crap. His Dendro I'm not mad at his Dendro damage bonus. I'm a little mad at his crit rate goblet though. That might be something we address later. He's C0. He is double crowned. This should probably be crowned though, because I mean he's a DPS. He does need to swing his sword. So maybe one day. Nahida. My Nahida is in. She needs help. She needs more ER. EM is okay, but Nahida. She's running that version 3.0. Is it 3.0? Yeah, version 3.0 build. She has a Wandering Even Star at R1, so that's neat. But look at these pieces and tell me if anything is wrong. No EM. Well, that's main stat EM, so that's fine. Main stat, main stat. I think she needs a little more EM. And she could probably stand to be crowned for both of these because this is where all of her power comes from. So, again, when Lauma comes around, we're going to have to do an overhaul on Nahida. Siegewein. Another only pull if you really love her, because that's what I did. Is she a great character with a good kit? No. Is she absolutely adorable with a great backstory? Yes. So, she's not here to do anything other than heal, look adorable, and wah wah. So she doesn't have her sig. She has this ugly recurve bow that will probably never go above refinement rank 2, because you can only get this bow in Mondstadt chests and one like refinement, like one copy of it from a random side quest in Sumeru. I don't know where you can find other refinements of it, so I think she's just stuck here unless the Fontaine banner is extremely kind to me when they do the Fontaine group banner. Again, she's a heal bot, so we don't worry too much about that. We just have HP across the board for her. She's C0 because I don't. Why would you? And nothing's crowned. This is the only talent that we've leveled because this doesn't do enough hydro application to matter, and this just bounces around and heals you. But it is good to use her when you're throwing people around with Jean, just so Jean can get some healing in case she needs it. Farina, I'm happy with where Farina is. Like her crit rate to crit damage is nice. Her energy recharge is all right. She doesn't have a hydro damage bonus, but she doesn't really need it. It would be nice if she did. But she does have her signature. I run her with Writhely and Nuvolette mainly, so anybody that can self heal. Although she can do fun things with Nahida if you're brave enough. But that health drain, man, she will kill the party if you let her. C0. This is crowned. This is, well, I'll get around to it, like most of them. And there we go. We got Nuvolette. We got our boy. We got costume. And we got the wind glider. We don't have the whip weapon skin for him. But we do have a sacrificial jade for him. It's our 5. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go for his signature weapon. I would like to. And I'm constantly trying to get better pieces for him. It's not that I think he's bad, but I think he could always be better. All right, because he's at C2. Talents are double crowned, almost triple crowned, but I think his crit rate is too high and his crit damage is too low. His ER is too low, and his hydro damage bonus could probably go up. But whatever. Ayato, it was great for his time. Late version 2.0, early 3.0. He was good for like, bloom teams like with Nahida, but again, power crept. He does have the Haran Geppakufutsu, and he does have Heart of Depth. There's no way I'm ever going to replace that. 36.5? Are you kidding me? But then he's got standard. That's kind of pooey. That's terrible. But he's a character where it's like, do you build him for attack or do you build his HP? Don't know. I got his C1 recently from the you know do your dailies for 5 weeks and pick a constellation for an old character. I guess I just wanted his because I like him, and he helps kill that stupid bird, that Natlan bird that flies up and you can't get anywhere near it. So I highly recommend him and Farina and Nuvolette for that purpose, but he's 999 across the board. Then we've got Yalan. She's still overpowered to this day. I think her crit rate could be better. She does not have her C1, which is a little sad. Her ER could also definitely be better. But she runs on the emblem set, so it's hard. She has the Aqua Simulacra Sig, but like some of these pieces, how can you replace them? Are they going to get any better? I doubt it. How are you going to replace that one? Be honest. You can't. So, her ER needs to come up, and I don't want to grind emblem right now or ever again in the future. She's 788. Again, if you run Risley or anybody that needs her services, then yeah, probably bring her up. Kokomi, crit's still in the negative because of that gimmick that everybody hated. But I mean, she's a heal bot. She has another prototype Amber. She's beautiful. Like, I love her character. I love her design. But like, I don't even know why she has double crit on some of these. Because Kokomi, even if you make her crit, it's not like she's gonna do a whole lot of damage. So I don't know what I was thinking. I built her back in 2.0, 3.0. She's C0 and is 888 across the board. Durin, which I'm so sorry if people slept on Durin because they were like, oh, he's short male. I won't call him be no more. No, dude. Durin is not a side grade to Mavuika. He's not a side grade to Xiangling. He may be an alternative, but he is awesome. Like, even with like this low crit rate, crit damage, even with this low ER, he barely needs it. Okay, like he's running Lion's Roar R5 and he still does a metric booty ton of damage, especially if you're running him with Nuvolette. You can do some fun things with Wriothesley with him. You can do some fun things with a burn team with him. He's awesome. I do not regret Durin at all. I am kind of sad that I couldn't get his weapon or his constellations. Maybe one day. Although this piece, we don't talk about this piece. Okay, there is no war embossing say. Not crowned. Eventually we'll get there. Nemesis number 2, a character that broke the damage ceiling in Genshin Impact, so everything has a ridiculous amount of resistances and HP. So we can pretend like endgame is actually difficult, so she can't go around one-shotting everything. Mavuika, I really don't like you. I didn't want you. I had to pull you because they made it so that playing the game without you was miserable. But I did my best, my level best to build you. I couldn't get your weapon because Emily's weapon decided to come home instead of yours, so you got the Wolf's Gravestone. I'm sorry, but not that sorry. She has all of the good Obsidian Codex pieces. Lumine got the less decent ones. But considering how she could be at level 1 and still kill things with her pinky, I'm not that concerned. And I did double crown her. So I didn't ignore her. I just don't particularly like her, and that's okay. You can to be honest about what you like and don't like in this life. And I can see we're well over the 45-minute mark, so YOLO. Yoimiya, another character that's really fun to play, but not necessarily a wise pull unless you really like her. Um, I did go to the trouble of building her. I really enjoy playing her. I did, but only if she's shielded, because when she's scooting backwards into enemies as she's pew-pewing with the arrows, yeah, it gets bad real fast. But she does have her signature. She has the Thundering Pulse because I thought it looked sick. She's running that two-piece Shimenawas and then retracing Bolide because, again, I prefer to run her with Zhongli. So she gets the bonus from that. Is it an outdated build? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Most of the time. She's C0. No. Oh, no, her arrows are crowned. Okay, that's. Oh, hiccups. That's good news. Here's the goat. I don't. Thank you for singing us this lovely song about the hilly churls poisoning each other. Um, I don't have Arlecchino, and it is harder to clear content with Hu Tao, but it's not impossible, babe boo boo boo. So I still run her. I still use her. Um, here's these stats. Oh Lord. She does have Staff of Homa because I got really lucky on the weapon banner when she and Yelan reran back to back. Her pieces are terrible. With Crimson Witch and it's like Emblem. Very rarely have I managed to get a Crimson Witch piece to roll the way it ought to. If it were not for the Staff of Homa, she'd be screwed. I did get her C1, so I don't have to worry about her stamina when I cancel her charged attack. And again, 998, one day she'll reach her full potential. Diluc, we do have the alternate outfit for Diluc. It's the only 5-star skin, and I saved crystals from my Welkins for a long time to get it. But I think it looks better than his default skin. Like the back of the coat is just it's awesome. Back of the boots too. But it's so cool. He has a weird build, and it's not at all conducive to anything in current modern day Genshin. But he does have the Wolf's Gravestone to be matching. Hell yeah. And he's got Crimson Witch. So, do you expect greatness from this set? You shouldn't. At least on my account, you shouldn't. Because most of these are pretty damn bad. He has an attack circlet. Because it turned out to be better than any of the crit rate or crit damage circlets for him. Yikes. He's C4. Talents are fairly leveled. Just not enough. Did I crown this? Is this? No, it's not crowned. It's not level 13. But I still use Diluc if it's logical to use him. Poor Lumine. She is still in her pyro form because I haven't done the most recent quest. Her crit rate is low because she doesn't have the Miss Splitter right now. She has an unleveled Favonius sword, or an unmaxed Favonius sword. But she's got all the pieces that Mavuika didn't need. That's a terrible goblet. Just straight up. Nobody should have to use that. I'm sorry, Lumine. I'm sorry. But of course she's C6, and then her talents are they are fairly leveled because the Pyro Lumine is really good. We're not going to worry about the 4 stars so much. I'll show you Fischl. Like, I guess I could show you Sucrose real quick too. Like, Sucrose is pretty much just an EM bot. She's great for Flins, but not especially, I don't know. I know she's really strong, but I don't particularly enjoy playing her. So I built her for Flins. I did the bare minimum, and it is what it is. Auron, he does have an extra Aqua Simulacra. There's his crit damage to crit rate. I don't use him as often as I ought to, so we don't talk about his artifacts. But I did use him in Natlan a lot because you know how you need the Night Soul characters. So I used him a lot before I got Mavuika. But Fischl is a staple for every account. Gamer mained her for the longest time, so I might rebuild her in his honor as she forgets her line. But she's rocking the Skyward Harp. Back in the day, it was wise to have a official that could pew pew a little bit in case the rest of the team either dropped or ran out of energy. So that's why she has Bloodstained Chivalry. Because, again, I'm a 1.0 player and I haven't really changed her that much since then. This is a terrible piece. Don't use a piece like this. It's bad. But, I mean, again, we get by just fine with her, but one day we'll fix it. And yes, we are rocking the princess outfit from the summer event. Hell, yes, we are. Sing Chu, another account staple. Sing Chu. Uh, he's got Sacrificial Sword like he ought to, and then he's got Emblem of Severed Fate pieces. So expect mediocrity, but it works for him. There's the crit damage circlet that D-Luke was supposed to have. Still not as good. And there's his talents. Chevrus, she's not even Constellation 3, so she's not that useful, but she does have the event weapon. I'm not going to bother with her artifacts because they're all trash. Bennett, account staple. Oh, honey, nobody's coming for that adventure squad. I'm sorry. His Festering Desire is only refinement rank 3 because at the time you had to do combat challenges to get R4 and R5, and I wasn't strong enough because none of my characters were built correctly enough. This was back when Genshin was still pretty damn new, like not even a year old yet. And I didn't know what to do, so I couldn't get those last refinements. So this is forever stuck at R3 because they don't give you an opportunity to get any of the event weapons, which is so pooey. Like, I don't understand why they gatekeep that. And I'm gonna scream if you have to play Millie Astro Wonderland to get them. I did finally see 6 Bennett for Mavuika, for Diluc, for Changling, for Durin. It kind of screws over Yoimiya, but there's ways to buff Yoimiya, and that way is Yelan. So it's fine. We did crown his ultimate, which is all you need to crown on him. And then we've got Miss Shangling, another account staple. Y'all know why. Her ER is well below where it needs to be. Again, she's fine for the early game. For end game, you might struggle a little bit. But she has the Dragon's Bane because Raiden currently has the catch. And she's also on 4-piece emblem. So, of course, her feather is the off piece because it has good stats. All of these should have ER on them, and they don't, except that one, and it's atrocious. So, Xiangling, very, very mediocre. Mediocre. Wow, Maxie, learn to speak. But, I built her, and then I'll show you some of my other characters whose builds are just, like, subpar. We've got Ito, Mizuki, who's got a wonderful design, one of the worst kits in the game. Nico, Tanari, Child. Oh boy, do I regret Child. Ah, Via. Again, I want to rebuild Klee. Like, I really want to do a video that's all about rebuilding Klee. She also got buffed as one of the Hexenzirkel. And then we've got, Hazo, Farazan, Charlotte, Kaya. Shinobu I'll show you, because I use her enough. She's a great healer for all of your Dendro teams. All of your, like, for your Flynn's team, like, if you don't have an Effa, even if you do have an Effa, there might be, like, times where she's better because she's a sustain. But she's got this event weapon that will give you, like, it'll give you nightmares because it's a yokai. He's rocking pieces that should most definitely have EM on them, but her healing's pretty good. I can't ever really be that angry at Shinobu, but she should be level 90 and she's not. And we've got Kirara, Yao Yao. I know, I will show you I know, especially 'cause she's relevant right now. Because again, if you don't have Columbina, if you need a team for Flynn's, if you need a team for Lauma and Nefer, then you should build your Ino. Don't sleep on her. She's also really, really funny in the story. Like, her character is absolutely hilarious. And I love her I don't know, her relationship with Anefa. It's really sweet. The fact that she built Anefa like the robot is her mom. Pretty much. She's not C6 because I got skunked out of her C6 on Flynn's banner. Big F. But one day we'll get there, and these I don't crown my characters unless I'm really into it. We've got Barbara, Daming, Toma, Goro, Ningguang, Leona. Yehoda's not built. Don't let that fool you. Mika, Rosaria. We do not wear the censorship outfits. Kujo Sara, Kale, Aloy. We do have the PlayStation exclusive bow for Aloy. Do with that information what you will, because she's still useless. She's not like Saber and Archer at all in HSR. Peachy, Yunjin, Noelle, Sayu, Layla, Chongyun, Dory, Beto, Razor, Lisa, Kave, Candice, Kachina, Lanyan, Yansan, Amber, Lynette, Fremine, Yanfei, Tinyan, Aoife, Sethos, Dahlia, and we're back to Zhongli. So none of those 4 stars are built. If they are built, they're shoddily built, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. Um, the only other thing that I can think to show you is a couple of the other echoes that I got, because those are like pulling teeth to get. I did get Ganyu's, so she's running around, busting off little lotus farts. I don't know why it comes out of their lower back. And poor Diluc is like, you tell me if this looks comfortable. That's what happens when you eat hot Cheetos and Korean barbecue on the same day. It's not a good time. I think those are all the echoes that I have. I don't recall getting anybody else's, and if I missed them, oh well, I'm pretty sure it's not that interesting. So, that is my Genshin account. I don't. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's one more thing I can show you. Proof that I've been playing for a long time. I have every single treasure compass. I have pets as old as Endora, Shiki Kosho, the Cloud Retainer Cloud, and like some of the newer ones. I have most of the mini Sealy pets. I think I'm missing like the green one. I think that's the only. Well, maybe the dark blue one too. I don't know. But yeah, I have most of those. Where's the cakes? I have the Mondstadt cake, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, and Fontaine. I will be getting Natlands this year because I missed my birthday because I got COVID in the first year of the game, so I'm one cake behind. And I have the extra Oculus for every nation except Nodcry because Nodcry is not finished yet, and I've got so many spin crystals, it's uncomfortable. But if you couldn't tell, I have been playing this game for a very, very long time. Should I stop playing it because we have a bit of an abusive relationship and we don't always get along? Maybe, but maybe not. Because, if you've been playing something that long, it's a sunk cost fallacy, right? So I will say, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me ramble. If you made it to the end of this video, you are one of the real ones because I do not expect you to watch this entire thing. If you watch it on 2 times speed, I wouldn't judge you. But if you like this, let me know if you would like to see the HSR version, which will be much shorter due to having fewer things to prove that you've been an OG for a long time. And yeah, thank you once again. I'll see you guys in the future. If you haven't checked it out yet, please go into my shorts tab and look at the most recent art time lapse that I put up. If that's your jammy jam, it's another Attack on Titan piece. And I shall see you guys in the future with another video. Bye bye.